wondering, like, basically you have to address a lot of ideas here with this last pick for TNC. You have to have a hero that's not going to have a terrible lane against Beastmaster, isn't hard countered by the Primal Roar, is a hero that is aggressive enough to be able to get on top of OD and fight, while simultaneously not being like a strength core that loses to lifesteal. And that is the agility core Phantom Assassin. The natural blur is really good against lifestealer and OD.
Such a cool PA set.
You like that? I was like, you know, in my head, I was like, I kind of overstepped my bounds. I was like, I should let Blitz break down the analysis of why this PA pick is good. And I was like, I'll just leave it at the blur. Space open for Blitz. Pause. That's a really cool PA set.
What do you want from me, man? You said that blur is good against OT. Wow. Some real groundbreaking analysis.
The rest to you. So
let's give a handout to Austin Walsh, everybody. Really set the world on fire on that one.
I'm just saying I took the easy step. Now give me that harder analysis.
You are cap is to analyzing.
How many daggers am I holding up? A gift from the night.
Dude, I bet Michael Jordan's dope at tennis. I mean, he's a good golf player, right?
Yeah, sure. I think the PA is more for all the other heroes.
Divine.
Come on, man. Come on. How are you going to do that to me, Script? How are you going to do that to me? Michael Jordan does play golf. For anybody who thinks that I mix the two up, he plays in all those celebrity golf tournaments and does quite well.
But the dude's a billionaire. I don't think he needs to... He doesn't need to do anything he doesn't want to at this point. And genuinely speaking, I think the PA, it's a good pickup because I think it's good against all the heroes.
Yeah.
We speak a lot of physical damage.
30 seconds
the damage that isn't physical.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she's really nice against Lifestealer as the game goes on, too, because he's purely physical pretty much, aside from like the Radiance that he's going to buy. Blur is just really nice to play against Roar, so like the vision game is not, that's another thing too, is that the vision game is not that crippling for
Yeah.
If you have Blur against the Hawks and stuff like that, which I think is like an underrated aspect that you probably would have thought of as...
A lot of damage comes out. The arrow actually landing onto the Rubik here, but they're going to fight back thanks to the Fate Bolt slowing down so much of this damage. The dagger comes out. You are realizing he can't really go for that bounty rune. He's going to have to run down river instead of up to his lane.
They're still fighting it out, but
yeah,
it's going to be a 4-on-3, so... Just gonna have to back that one out.
Yeah, so that's NEWBEE walking away with almost all the bounty runes there. You are almost committed to get 4 out of 4, but so Blitz,
what's up?
Isn't there a problem with TNC's lineup?
What is your problem here? Lack of wave clear or what? They have decent wave clear.
The wave clear's okay, but they just do not hit towers.
Okay, I think their bigger issue is that their fight starting is a little bit awkward.
Okay, yeah. You have Kunkka as your initiator.
A large part of that is like when I realized how many blink initiators you have.
Yeah.
And it's not that good. Because I feel like Beastmaster War is kind of like a catch-up. I think Beastmaster War gets even better once there are no once there are no saves against the Beastmaster War.
Yeah.
Like every game that I see Beastmaster played, it's always against some OD or some Shadow Demon or Oracle or Legion Commander, and then it feels very underwhelming. But when there's no save against it, it feels so good because it almost always guarantees you a kill to start the fight.
Right.
And that's huge, right? Whereas like Rubik Lift is kind of nice, but like there are ways to deal with stuff like that. Like they can get 4 staffs and things of that nature. That makes sense.
I guess my concern is, I know NEWBEE has better late game, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Okay. And then like the combination of having going up against a team that has better late game and just not a single core that hits towers, or support actually that hits towers.
But what TNC is always going to do is they're just going to kill you and then push.
Yeah. And that has been a lot of the TNC idea of Dota.
We're going to kill you a lot.
Yeah.
And then the game will be over.
I mean, Cuckoo himself said at last year's TI that if you're playing good Dota, there are no individual plays. They just want to be able to 5-man and run around to people. Aggro.
You know, I want to see Kook, not to like touch a live wire or whatever, but I want to see just to hear the amount of boo.
You and I are both suckers for
the drums,
for the drama. I'm always down for like, you know, a quote unquote villain, just because I like to see the reaction from people. They wanted this matchup, right, against the Beastmaster for, like, PA against Beast? Is that what they wanted?
I think so. He's going to farm, and there's some kill potential, I guess, with AA. I'm not really sure, though. I don't know if they love this idea.
Actually, both the matchups work against Beastmaster, right? Because Tide, or excuse me, they're going to try and jump on a Pi die here. Pi just a little bit too close, and they instantly grab him. That's going to be your first blood for Captain AU.
Told Pi that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Got way too far ahead of himself.
But I think Kutka would match up pretty well against Beastmaster, right? Because the cleave hit, killing boars.
Really kill the boars, though. And the time that it's not up, you're just going to get right-click.
Yeah.
Take like 3, right? The math.
I know boars have low arm.
Let me 60. Looks like it's going to be 4 hits right there for you, Cap.
Okay.
Buddy boy.
Now can I hear the math on how many seconds that is? Oh. Armel gets picked off. That is finally the rotation from MSS. I was wondering when it was going to happen. Eventually, there was going to be the imprisonment arrow.
The regen.
Okay, Scriff. Scriff just did one of those. Stupid.
Dude, Scriff is actually so bad. No, I'm just kidding. Scriff, you're legit, dude. We requested you specifically, man. Come on.
We did.
Relax.
And you're making us look real bad right now. For
honestly, this is the last time I'll tell people.
NEWBEE did have top 3 CS. It's dwindling a little bit, but the Lifestealer and Beastmaster have had very successful lanes so far. Bottom lane, they're getting into a fight. Pilot Die is going to be chasing for this bounding room, but they're going to all stack onto this one at bottom. UR is going to try and eat Tim's alive if he can, but the open wounds is not going to be in a good enough slow.
Yes,
Pop Shrine, Pilot Die is going to be fine. Slowing down. Gabby with the Crystal Nova will not have it to turn around. That's a good Crystal Maiden player right there.
Let me say that he really wanted to keep chasing the CM, but the sheer amount of CS and XP, I think he's saying, makes that not worth it at some point. As I hear an X.
That is just on old Rubik, so he can come back to lane with full mana and just keep Fate Bolting.
I like it.
That actually sounds like a really annoying combo. Oh, and he brought a Bracer too for Kuku. Here you go, buddy.
Just for good measure.
So the real one that's suffering in CS is that man right there, Armel, who's died twice now, and as a result, 17 and 5 compared to a much higher CS for the OD. And as you saw from Scriff, that is an imprisonment arrow combo.
Oh, did he catch that one?
No, but he gave us the post-fight summary.
Scriff,
it allowed me to use my imagination to really see it. It was like I saw it live, you know?
Scriff, I have a lot of pull at Valve. Let me just say,
the toss into the telekinesis. MSS for a moment was like, oh, thanks for throwing me away, until splash. Of course, he always has leap. That is the unique thing about 4-position Mirana. I learned that one from Blitz.
Yeah. Scriff, I am a Dota Plus owner. They have to listen to me.
I have a level 1000 compendium. That's like having stock in Valve, you know?
I died.
Pi does manage to get up a healing cell for a decent amount of time, but is still going to be chased down by Gabby.
There's a ward there, buddy.
Yeah, he knows it too. He thought he got around the tree, but now CCNC is here. Well, Alex Hannell trying to get the pick off on Gabby, disappears for a moment, and a moment is all he needed to get a TP away to safety. Arcane Rune OD, that's actually pretty gross. That's a very low amount of time, low cooldown on low uptime. That's the word. Uptime on the Imprisoner.
At bottom lane. Oh, the arrow hits to a creep.
Oh, Cuckoo. You might be able to get away because of it. No, the Starstorm's going to be not back over to the top lane where we have the Primal Roar. Snake King, though, is still going to be gone on as Gabby and Tim show up. Making sure Gabby has a good lane. I think that's really important.
Yes.
I think Kunkka, as an offlaner, is like kind of hard to punish in that regard.
He's just really tanky, and eventually he gets bowed, and then he's even hard to kill.
Yeah, like more in the fact that like if you have levels, you're going to accomplish what you need to as an offlane Kunkka.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But you don't necessarily need like to have a good lane with lots and lots of farm.
Scanning.
I mean, he's definitely had an above average lane, though.
Yeah.
33 CS, not bad at all.
No, certainly not. He's pretty close to the Beastmaster, who the king himself has had quite the good lane.
The real
even
rough
if he's
time
died.
so far is Armel.
Yeah, Armel is the clear core that has had a target put on his back.
Let me say, by the way,
MSS has hit that target multiple times.
aside from everything, like I think CCNC is proved so much this season. His stock just continues to run. I felt like he was sort of an afterthought on that NIP team. And this season definitely made a name for himself.
TP up to the top lane. MSS knows there's a fight coming. Snake King is the target, but Arrow nails Tim's. The boar made him slow enough that it couldn't be dodged, especially in that corridor.
See, this is what support Mirana does to you. A 5-second stun. What other hero does that?
That's true.
On the flip side of things, like Armel is, I feel like Armel is like on that cusp of being like that's the dude.
Attack.
Yeah. He's the be all end all of mid lane aggressive carries.
He's a to enter my guy status.
Yeah. Maybe that's why NEWBEE are taking such an aggressive approach, trying to shut him down in the laning phase. Armel and Tim's trying to catch CCNC, but he's been fine. You know who's really been looking hot lately, though? I agree with you on CCNC a bit. I think he definitely looks better on this team than on NIP, but Yawar.
Yeah, Yawar.
I did not have that high of stock in Yawar.
He might be the better performing Hassan brother this team.
Yeah.
Are fortified.
Yeah, he's just had a sick tournament so far. Watching that NEWBEE LGD game, he had a pretty good Sven game.
I can't believe we have a family that's, you know, as the X-boat
pulled back onto the Snake King. Can they actually burst him down fast enough before he gets any spells off? It looks like it. The Sonic Wave going to be used to finish him off before the Primal Roar comes out. Yawar will take that kill onto the Rubik, but Armel snatches the bounty rune away from him. The board's going to be able to slow him down. Armel needs a lot of time for this blink to come back up. Can Cuckoo save him? The telekinesis, the arrow's going to land. Starstorm's out. Fairy Fire's not good enough, nor is the bottle hit. CCNC will have the last hit and a killing spree for himself.
And that commitment for that rune ends up getting him killed here. Is Armel, the one thing about him I'd say is I think he really relies on, and he prides himself, I think, on that one-on-one matchup.
Yes.
And when it doesn't really happen, it feels like sometimes he can flounder a little bit.
I think he tilts a bit.
Yes.
I've heard a lot that Armel is he was well respected for his skills in Southeast Asia, but it took him a while to be on a top team because
is under attack.
Like he was a bit toxic, you know?
I mean, it looks like it so far, not the toxic part, but the fact that they're able to like tilt him a little bit.
Yeah.
That is an uncharacteristic mistake for him to walk up that and like battle against the lifesteal in that situation without the blink up.
Radiant's
Ice Blast making its way down to bottom lane. Are they going to rotate, or is this just to kill the... Oh, this is just kill the range creeps and then hope the Siege Wagon dies faster.
And that actually leads Yawar to pop the Infest for a second. Maybe a little bit concerned for that time period that somebody could be coming to get the tower for free. And this is a huge boon because now what will happen, Cap, is they should all in on defending this top tower on the side of NEWBEE.
Yeah.
Don't give up this top tower. Don't give up this meat. Those are the new objectives. You can defend these too because you have the vision game with the Beastmaster and the Mirana actually with their ulti.
Hey, what's the new timing on PA? Because I feel like PA isn't the same kind of hero that she was before, ever since they changed up the talents.
Broken.
Huh?
Once broken.
Yeah, she was
straight up like the craziest hero.
It felt like she could always be a good carry, right? She was good in the laning phase. She went into the mid game looking strong because like her level 20 talent was quite good at that time. Now it feels like there's this window where you really have to farm up so you ensure you get to level 25.
I know Rezo always goes Battle Fury if he can help it.
Crystal.
But that really
A lot of abilities used. Armel, 8 seconds. Can he juke this out for 8 whole seconds? The arrow doesn't hit, but it gives him the vision to be able to claim a primal roar kill.
And that's the second time where he's gone for a CM kill in exchange for his life.
Yeah.
And he's got to realize, like, he's level 9. Costly deaths. This is what's allowed TNC to be almost level 12 at this point, too. It's because he's always there, gets the return kill.
It's a vicious cycle, right? Like, you die because you have a low level of blink, and then because you die, you spend less time out on the map getting experience, so you continue to have a low level of blink.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, Pylai Die is the biggest bait in the entire world.
Yeah.
This man is happy that he has died in exchange for your life. In fact, he's just happy he died. It's the exchange for your life. Gets to chill out a little bit, yell at his team for not saving him.
You think you get a free Pylai Die kill, nothing gets exchanged, you think you're happy,
Chokes on you, man.
but over on the booth, Pylai Die has just pushed up his glasses. You've fallen into my trap.
Really
I think better when I'm dead.
Really got you. As we hear
He gives his team all the strategic information.
Everyone just
Yeah.
farm nonstop. Never use the Infest. YOLO.
Hey, do the Hector.
He's even going the same build that Hector does when he goes these like Wraith Kings and Life Stealers.
Oh no, he did. But this is something Hector didn't do. But I remember we talked a lot about it in the NA qualifiers, the casual belt of strength.
No, Hector did do this as well, dude.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, on Wraith King.
Oh, that's right. It was Wraith King.
Yeah, he does it on Wraith King.
He wasn't doing it on the Lifestealer, right? But it was the
He
Wraith
started
King.
doing it on Life Stealer too. Well, he has it queued up, I think, when... I'm not really... I think it's because... I think it's in situations where you're going to go for the halberd.
Ah, right. And then that's...
Really tanky. You say that.
Yeah.
Double down.
It'll be a good pickup to deal with this Phantom Assassin.
That Yawar feels a little bit concerned that they might be smoke yanking to him and immediately going to back up, and he was completely right with this cap.
Smart reads. And you know what that is? It's a combination of good vision and Beastmaster, man. Beastmaster. I think actually Mirana adds to that effect as well, because Mirana can actually play more aggressive because she has a leap escape mechanism. But it just feels like there's so much vision that you can intuit when these smoke ganks are happening a lot easier. Oh, look at this stack, though. Oh, no.
Just meant for the PA and her Battle Fury. AI Splat is going to follow up, but...
Oh, the stolen arrow from Tim's. Nails the Beastmaster.
You think that's worth, though?
That is not worth at all.
No, I meant, do you think it's worth it for a new...
No. Yeah. Like, I don't think that... Sorry, I was saying it's not worth it for TNC.
Yeah.
The fact that they kill the Beastmaster but lost their stack. It's like the gem exchange, right? It's like NEWBEE not only got a bunch of gold experience out of the ancient stack, but they also took that same golden experience away from you. The Gabby's just farming away. He's got to get his Battle Fury. After his Battle Fury, maybe he gets the Death Zone. Maybe he needs BKB.
I actually started thinking about how Battle Fury versus works as a first item.
Yeah.
Like, the Battle Fury is nice. It feels really good. That's like one of the weird things. But at the same time, like, you're just farming for a while.
Got the Siege Wagon.
Like, you have to farm and then continue to farm, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're slowing down your timing because you don't really love the idea of going Battle Fury into BKB. It's an Ice Blast follow-up, too.
That's good imprisonment. They are. That's enough space for them to be able to take the tower. But can they get out, though? The boar is slowing down Cuckoo. He's going to try and go for the TP out. He's good. Safe. You are seeing all those TPs out. He knows it's his time to leave the bot lane. Try and go back to the jungle to finish up his Radiance.
Quite close to it, too. We'll have the Relic any moment now. now.
Dire's
Maybe
middle
even with the
tower
deck
is
Midas use it
generation.
once he clears through this jungle area.
It does seem like NEWBEE's a little bit timid to fight, and I appreciate that because you have a little bit of a slower lineup and you're so close to that Radiance. You could just wait 2-3 minutes, then go for some fun. It's a lot of blood for such a little. Are you crying, Scriff? He can always summon another one. You know that, right? It's like, have you heard about the clone a pet? Yeah, like you lose your pet, but you just take some of the DNA and clone it. It's like that's what Beastmaster does.
That
Feels unnatural.
yeah. And was not meant to soar this high.
Structures are fortified.
He is in fact.
Have you ever had a pet?
Yeah, I'm technically a cat owner right now. Ha 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 ha. A good one, Scriff.
I'm not repeating the script for the audience.
Scriff said.
No, he didn't say anything. He said nothing. Ice Blast headed through the mid lane.
Dire are scattered.
Joke's on you. That's Pilot Die. He's one with the cold. Fools! You've casted 2 ultimates on me.
You won't get the tower, guys.
You feel like TNC's just kind of like, we need to kill something. And Pilot Die's just there, and it's like a release of frustration.
Pilot Eye's like, it's okay, guys. I will take it for you. Being a good guy's about.
A little bit of a slow game right now after laning phase 8-8, 19 minutes in. NEWBEE holding the network.
The nature of 2 carries,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's what I was talking about. I was asking about the timing of PA. Because I just don't know when you can fight with PA.
You can go once you have BK, or you have Deso Battle Fury.
Right.
It's just awkward because going for like the 3rd item BKB feels really odd.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Smoke up from NEWBEE. This is their Radiance timing, so they're feeling good.
They want to take this mid tower is what
Yeah.
they want to do. They wanted to find somebody in the jungle, progress into the mid tower. Would have been the ideal situation here. As a sentry gets laid out, they are going to de-ward here. In this area, spot some.
He's got a board to be able to spot then some things. Hawk is coming his way. He's got a Fate Bolt, pull the creeps off the tower. And NEWBEE will not find the opening they were hoping for.
Under attack.
That Mirana's getting really farmed.
Almost has the Aghanim Scepter. I mean, that's kind of what MSS just does on this hero.
Yeah.
He's also been a part of a good amount of their kills. 1, 0, and 5. Might be the most kills on their team.
Something about these 4 positions just not spending their gold on like upgraded boots and stuff and just rushing a really key item. It just seems quite strong.
Like, there's no real boots he needs to go for. Maybe Arcanes, but he's got a CM on his team, so he doesn't really have to worry about that aspect either.
Moonlight Shadow will find an opening. Tim's, who's been defending this mid tower with Fate Bolt after Fate Bolt. There's still several TNC members, and OD, he just blinked into that one, but they don't have the burst damage to be able to deal with him right away. The Ice Blast is coming in. Is it actually going to hit anything? It doesn't. The imprisonment will protect him against the X as well. NEWBEE have made a pretty clean get out of free here. Twilight Die, well, that's just kind of expected of RML. He's got a Eul Scepter. He needs to be able to use it now and blink away, but he can't actually get it off. He's been stunned for too long.
That is the 4th time I feel like he's died to kill Highlight Die.
Yes. Did he really need to blink down into the river area? Well, at least they protect their mid tower, right? Blitz
is under attack.
Yes, I mean, that's the big boon for them, but it still doesn't feel good making this specific 1-for-1 trade. Like, yeah, you defend your tower, but you might just lose this bottom one. Once again, traded big asset for Highlight Die of all people. Highlight Die is like level 10. He doesn't care about dying. Like your cop's level 14.
Under attack.
I like how he's gone the full survivability build, too. double bracers, 250 health. That way he can force as many ultimates as possible when he dies. So you don't agree with the second item, BKB? You think it was Deso and Fight?
No, I actually think this is fine.
Oh, okay.
I just prefer getting Deso with BKB.
Gabby, you might have to use your BKB right now. Pilot Die is so tanky because of the extra armor. Even with the double damage, Gabby's a little bit surprised by that one, but thanks to the blur, he's actually pretty tough to be able to bring down the arrow. Can it come fast enough? And it does. The BKB doesn't last long enough. Can TNC come into this one? Because they actually took down CCNC during that timing. There you are. He's pretty tough to be able to fight. They do have the imprisonment on Tim's. He's going to imprison himself during this open wounds. He has a telekinesis ready to go. Can he actually use it? The arrow's going to be blocked in by Cuckoo. Soaks that one up for his team. The Cold Feet actually locking down the Lifestealer. Yawar falls, and Cuckoo looks for an extra X kill. But Moran is able to leap away.
And that was the BKB by both their cores being used right now, but still a good team fight by them. And they take the mid tower.
They kill OD, take mid tower, get the dominating kill streak, alpha the Lifestealer as well.
No, that's all a win for them right now.
That is
very
win-win
by TNC. One thing about TNC is, like, I think they like to ramp up their aggression little by little. Now that they have the BKB on the Kunkka, the BKB on the PA, I'd imagine they just want to take fights everywhere now. And once they hit like their 3 BKB timing, it's like, well, who do you want to roar? You saw how difficult it was for them to take down the PA in the first place. Like, her blur is very effective against the rest of NEWBEE's lineup. Not just the
Yeah. You know what I've actually felt stronger and stronger about as I play support is Quelling Blade or Tangos. Dude, right-clicking wards is actually a game loser.
Yes. It's just that extra time that you're around that area.
Yeah.
Because you didn't smoke to get there, meaning as soon as you get spotted, people are running towards you anyway.
Yep. Like, how many times does a core come up and kill the sentry you're trying to kill?
Dire are scanning.
Then you're like, damn it, I have to use another sentry. Highlight Die doesn't have space for something like that, though, with all his bracers. Bracers and wards, that's all I need. Mid tower is still live for TNC, but they're playing up a top lane right now. It's a 25-minute bounty rune spawn. NEWBEE try and get into position for this mid push, let the boars do some work with the Solar Crest protecting the creep. Mass rotation coming out from TNC as the siege wagon arrives. Need to be able to quickly deal with that.
And they're just all farming in the triangle right now on the side of NEWBEE. It's a little bit awkward when you still haven't taken the mid tower of the enemy team. Just making moves feels a little bad right now. You're probably going to have to smoke up, win a fight before you make anything happen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We see the Moonlight Shadow, TNT playing very defensively right now while that wears out. NEWBEE, though, even if they haven't taken that mid tower, right, they're not in too much of a rush. They have the net worth lead. They have been out farming most of TNC. It's only the PA who's slightly ahead of everybody else.
That's sort of natural, though. The ability to hit these Ancients for free with Blur and, you know, just battle for it. She farms really quickly with the max Blink Strike, or Phantom Strike, I should say.
So as soon as we get Deso, is TNC going to ramp up that aggression again? Or are we waiting until, like, the end game level 25 plus Basher? Give it to him, Pilot Die.
I'm not sure. The debate really here is, like, who do you think wins late?
Yeah.
On one end, you have an OD Beastmaster plus Lifestealer. On the other, PA, Quap, and Kunkka.
I imagine
both supports feel useful.
Yeah.
Like, at least on TNC side, like the A plus Rubik both feel like they can scale. Whereas I don't know if CM can.
Dire's middle tower
I feel like
is
I
under
can see
attack.
TNC winning late game when PA hits 25 and stuff, but like super late game, she's going to top out in a way. And this OD, like as the BKB timers get lower, as OD gets Scythe of Ice, built up more intelligence, the hammer drop becomes more and more dangerous. Like all those sorts of things. So for me, it's like TNC, they're building up and they're going to have to reach critical mass and then just end it.
Yes. They have to just do it all in one fell swoop. Well, it starts with his Aegis.
Yeah, it absolutely starts with Roshan. Gabby, he can kind of do it solo while the rest of TNC hangs around outside of the pit. That way, NEWBEE don't feel comfortable just jumping in. But at the same time, you're trying to Roshan against a Beastmaster lineup. And that's never going to be easy with that Hawk always hanging around.
It's a little pervert. It's just spying at you from the sky.
You're not the only one who says that.
What?
Is it so wrong to observe things, Griff? Is it so wrong to sit there and watch people? It's not perverted. That's his job. That's your job, too. You're like a Beastmaster Hawk. Now, obviously, you weren't watching close enough because I was talking at you, but we have Gabby quickly eliminating Pylite Die. The Moonlight Shadow's going out. They're going to try and chain stun, and they just quickly take him out. Jesus. The Sanity's Eclipse against an agility hero. He didn't even have the multiplier before that. He picked it up afterwards.
And they're going to get Roche.
And they're going to get Roche. I mean, and for me, like this whole builds up into critical mass thing, I think you lose so much momentum when you lose your PA.
Yes. I mean, your PA is the majority of damage. The way that the rest of your cores have decided to itemize.
Yeah. Because once the PA is dead, like NEWBEE can be super fearless in everything they do. They can take Roshan, they can force any fights they want, they can spread out and farm a lot if they want to. Hey, now they're just getting picked up one after one. I'm not sure if AU had the right idea there, but now he's may have got Timson in trouble, but thankfully the rage he stole earlier is going to buy him a little bit of time. The toss back is going to slow down some of these heroes. The torrent does land on two, but Tim's is still dead.
Dude, some of these
Barbaro's going to go in. He does have the Sonic Wave, but that's not enough to be able to finish off Snake King.
He had a BKB for that cap.
He did. And NEWBEE will retreat.
He was trying to
not
get
losing anything.
The tail end of Snake King, who popped his wand at the same time. Oh boy, NEWBEE. They are rolling right now. Good momentum as the arrow gets thrown out. That was the BKB usage from the Queen of Pain. I think that was just picked up too. That's 9 seconds now. She has 2 defensive items.
Oh, by the way, that's another kill. MSS. Prism and Save is going to be there. The Ice Blast. Looking to be able to clip him as he comes back out. Not there in time.
Helps that the Lifestealer decided to take the long route around to help him out.
By the way, Gabby died because he went for a kill on Pylite Die.
Happens every time, man. Happens to the best of us, Gabby.
Like he didn't learn from Armel, man.
Happens to the best of us.
I'm beginning to think that like Pylite Die is just strategic genius. The best thing you could do is just ignore him. Like every fight, you just leave Pylite Die for last. That way you're sure. 13-16, NEWBEE. They've been holding about 2,000-3,000 net worth lead with their strong amount of farming, but that last fight was critical. The net worth plummets down now into their favor.
The Hex finish by the OD. He's a solo kill threat. Yes. Like this is what OD, the items that all the OD finish getting, because once you get it, no hero on the map really survives against you until they get like Aeon. But realistically speaking, Ace not going to get Pop already has 2 defensive items.
And this also means that now, in order to beat that OD, you need superior initiation, right? You need Gabby to be able to comfortably go in with his BKB and blow up important cores to win that fight in that short timer. But against this Beastmaster, it's very hard for PA to find that opening. CCNC will usually have the information, and he'll have the jump on that PA to get that Scythe device out, hit him with the Sanities.
Shadows take us.
And there's no rush. NEWBEE look confident in their late game because MSS has been scaling out as a 4 position. They've got, I think Beastmaster's like one of the most feel-good off-lane heroes in the late game.
I mean, having something like pure...
Yeah.
By default, you're okay.
At that point, usually in the late game, it's like your Primal Roar is the same duration as most people's. That feels sick. And even Pylite Die's gonna scale because now I've got 150 GPM. Like I could use a 3rd and 4th bracer. Every 3 minutes, that's another bracer.
Invisibility.
Tim's needs something to change this game up. To try and get a Blink Dagger, see if he can steal Primal Roar or something. I don't know. It's just like, it's one of those games where it's like, feels like TNC is being suffocated. At first, they were okay with it because they're like, oh, PA will reach this really sick timing and he's just going to like go ham on everybody. We can win the game in under 5 minutes, just taking fight after fight. But he had his BKB, he had his Deso, and he just got blown up by an OD.
I think the problem with it, he doesn't have a secondary follow-up to it.
Yeah.
Like, they all have BKBs, but real damage dealer.
Absolutely.
So they can just save Roar for him every single time.
I mean, this 3-position Kunkka idea is a disabler and provides team
like,
fight
look
potential.
at this. He just has to pop out right now.
And he has to throw out the boat as well because he knows he could get Primal Roar. The boat actually hits him, but they're going to go for somebody else. And that's the PA.
You see,
and again,
he's going to hold his Roar every time.
Yeah.
But just to be, he doesn't care about this Kunkka. He's like, okay, like... KB TP'd out, but it's not like I care about your BK.
Radiant's middle tower.
And as a result of holding onto that Roar, they catch the PA instead. And they're just going to keep doing that right now, Cap. And he needs this Kunkka to not have this Solar
Radiant's
Crest.
middle tower has
And he needs his Queen of Pain to not have the items that she has either, because right now, she doesn't threaten very much. If she were to blink in, there's a good chance they could just right-click her. All right now is TNC, like you said, the idea is cute, but the actual like pure execution.
would you say there's a good reason we haven't seen like one of these solo PA carries?
The problem with it is that eventually your BKB starts to get a little bit low. Some form of like major control if you want her to work, or like some hero that creates chaos for you.
I mean, it felt like back when it was the 20 talent, the triple stifling dagger, your BKB was almost always, maybe not 10 seconds, but it was a solid 8 or 9. But now, because it's the 25, right, you usually have blown through some of your BKB. So right as you feel like you're strongest, right as you hit your level 25 and have the triple dagger, you only have like a 5 or 6 second duration BKB. And PA has always been incredibly dependent.
KB, PA, that's just how you're able to fight. It doesn't really matter what the rest of your items are. It takes 2 seconds for you to get up every single time by text.
But who knows? I mean, power of RNG. It's always a possibility that Gabby just starts one-shotting people.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
TNC, they're going to need a whole lot of luck to get themselves out of this hole they're currently sitting in. 17,000 deficit against NEWBEE, who's just controlling the map and probably waiting for the next Roshan before they try and assault the base. Everybody can get their late game PA items like the MKB that's already on the Lifestealer. Does OD gonna go for Bloodthorn? Or is that Shiva's?
Yeah,
good.
Or armor. Plus, I think every team should have a Shiva. Together, and suddenly, like, everyone's really a lot tankier, naturally. Like, Shiva's the active, always underrated. Although he is saving right now, 5 actors.
Yeah. I mean, like, PA lineups can always come at you at it. But you know, like in PA lineups, it's always kind of scary because they can make that really just fast kill happen. All of a sudden, they're running you down. Arrow. That's
your assessment, by the way. You said that they just can't tower hit.
Yeah,
like that's sort of coming in because part of the thing is if you can't 5-on-5, you should be able to at least split push or like threaten, which is what Infamous. That's what they make their bones at, right? Just kept split push. If you look at TNC's lineup, they don't really do that all together too well either.
MS has hit one arrow in that area, and he's just going to keep throwing them down.
But if it hits again?
If it hits again, another kill. It is TNC. It left that side of the map because they're just dicking around Gabby. I just wish they wouldn't stick so close to Gabby because, guys, he needs experience.
He really does.
So ways away from it. Meanwhile, OD, I'm pretty sure he's just a sliver.
This game has really started to slow. And it's just strongly benefiting NEWBEE. Getting more and more ahead. I think that TNC maybe thinks like, oh, we're going to beat them late game with our PA or something like that. Because right now, they're not trying to force anything. They would be wrong.
It's like that one death on Gabby. They're like, oh, we missed our mid-game timing. Has to go late.
That one.
And it's like, it doesn't really work that way, right?
Of course not. And it gets scarier because scale, their lifestealer can scale. Like, they have ways to deal more or less like soul.
Yeah.
Not getting any damage.
Yeah, Scriff is bringing out a good point. Are you supposed to go the 15% spell lifesteal? I think we're supposed to go plus 60 seconds.
It really varies. A lot of people go to the lifesteal. Like, like guys, best OD in NA. 747.
Ah.
Main hero he walk in.
Hey, you. He's going to be spotted here. Glimmer Cape trying to get rid of the vision that NEWBEE has, but a 4 and a Hawk can still get him. They're going to... Oh, my God. Not again. Dude. They just committed so much to be able to kill Pylite Die. He's still alive. The Torrent's finally going to be able to finish him up, but guess what? Armel got too close. He's
this is like the
stuff.
fourth
Like,
time.
how many times do you fall into the trap?
Is that the 5th time they've done that?
Like, why are you using Boat and Ice Blast to kill a Crystal Maiden?
Because I genuinely think they can't kill anybody else. And they're probably right. But it just feels bad because Mel's done this now.
The prize is mine.
It just looks ridiculous because of how many times it's happened, right? More than anything. It's frustrating if you're a fan of Armel because why does it look this bad? And it's simply just because he has nowhere else to go or nothing else to kill. And that's the first kill that we've seen in a while, like the first set of sequence factions. Yeah. I think NEWBEE, the funny part is like, I think NEWBEE's completely fine with the pace of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Like all they've done is grown their lead. Whereas TNC just slowed to a crawl.
They've just been four-manning around Gabby while he hits creeps.
We saw, by the way, like this Kunkka have the Solar Crest and BKB
Dyer's
15 minutes ago.
Is under
His
attack.
first item that he's picked up in all that time is like this. The fact that like no item progression is ruling out on his side. Like we've had the Shadow Blade on this beast map, and he's got
top tower is
100 gold. He's just put out a full BKB himself. No. And let me just say that they have 2 blacks. Side of Highlight Guy has one for some reason. No idea. As top lane, maybe a fight here as they're gonna go again on this PA. The roar instantly blown up.
The Sanity's Eclipse against this agility hero. It's all you need.
And the Vanisher spamming it.
BKB wears out. They get the imprisonment to stop Cuckoo.
The arrow follow-up.
And they have a buyback on Gabby, but they don't have one on Cuckoo. Now AU's in trouble. There's the Ethereal Blade from MSS with the Aghanim Starstorm.
They don't even have Pylite Die here. The bait. This fight has gone so well.
You know what that means? means he's going to die on NEWBEE on this fight.
It looks like at this point, Basher's now completed on War. Has an FKB, so effectively that PA going to die down a lot more. The jump is...
Get the jump. They do manage to bring down CC&C. Armel gets in with the Sonic Wave, the Ice Blast over the top. Yawar's actually going to get telekinesis as well. Won't be able to get an infest inside anybody, so he's going to lose his Aegis here. How is his team going to bail him out? They don't have Primal Roar. They do have Freezing Field, though. That's one ability. Yawar with the Rage. TNC.
Oh, Pilot died.
They're going to go for Pilot. The arrow hits! It nails Armel, but Yawar, can he commit to this? The Ethereal Blade, the Glimmer Cage's going to be able to protect him from a lot of that magic damage. The Primal Roar onto Gabby. MSS trying to get away from that big carry. Armel, the arrow hits, helping out. Gabby hitting with the arrow as well. He does have the dagger, bashing up the Lifestealer. That's going to be able to keep him away from Yawar. Jumps over to AU, so he will survive here, but still. Heroes getting lower and lower. The Eagle Scepter preventing their retreat. TP in from MSS with the Boots of Travel, scaring back the rest of TNC, unable to pursue again.
Man, that arrow by Tim's did so much work in that engagement as narrowly dodges one of his own.
Damage.
Yeah, he didn't hit that nice arrow on the Lifestealer, right?
Yes. That would have almost certainly led to the kill on either the course right there.
Yeah, I mean, PA dies because he's got an MKB on the Lifestealers, so.
Amount of the sheer times though that it looked like it was gonna happen. Pi dies. Gets traded out
middle
for
tower is under attack.
Time around the fight finally successfully. Rax is best of. He did the buyback though.
Presuming he got the evasion talent right on the lifestyle.
Yes, 100%.
That's kind of our problem for PAs.
Nobody doesn't go that talent.
Yeah.
I legitimately haven't ever seen.
I will though. On my support Lifestealer.
Go.
Highlight high. He shows himself safe on the imprisonment. TNC tried to hit him with the Tim's arrow. They will be able to get him with the dagger from a distance. Slow. Dex actually going to be able to hit the torrent there on CC&C. He has an Aeon disc, so they should not overcommit to him. They do have the Ice Blast with the arrow, but it's not going to be there in time.
Arrow for arrow right now, just being traded out. Without Pi, it looks like it's going to end their round of progression. Lifestealer right now. Bonkers farmed. Let me just tell you, he's 5-0-14 cap.
Wow. They say he's the man that deserves the cheese, and he's going to go attacking as well. He's going to go out the dagger, find the Silent Vice initiation onto the Conquer with the arrow coming in. He's dead already, and Gabby, he's actually going to retreat. The Ancient Apparition is definitely, but they really want Gabby. That's the important hero right now. He's going to BKB, TP out. Since he already used the Primal Roar, there's nothing left to save. Stop that hero from saving himself, rather.
Now with 2 heroes dead, maybe this forces decide to go for the high ground as they're going to first take out the Shrine. This will secure the next Roshan too when they eventually decide to go for potentially 3 minutes.
Out of my way!
NEWBEE, is this their time? Is this the time they're finally going to push and break open the high ground? They tried to do so earlier. The top lane only managing to get the tier 3, but now it feels like NEWBEE can make that full commitment with no buyback on the Ancient Apparition and the Kunkka.
Look at that solar crested Lifestealer. He is ripping into that tier 3 tower. No real response to him. He does have the Abyssal Blade, so it's really hard for the PA to hard commit for any of these fights anymore. The Abyssal plus that as the arrow lands.
Into the arrow, that's going to be a nice long stun. The imprisonment is always available to Sonic Wave to clear out the creeps, try and bring up the backdoor protection.
No Aghanims or anything like that for the Queen of Pain, so she's going to buy time.
Yeah.
And they might have successfully done so, at least for the time being. Towards that other shrine.
Spell blocked for Queen of Pain, not the feat.
I don't know about that. Dude, the Scream of Pain is pretty much a spell block in a way, too. Because when you get in there, it stops everybody from casting on you anyway. It's your own form of defensive.
Having a blink instant AoE disable is so strong.
And 1.5 seconds in an AoE is pretty sick.
Okay.
That's hard to not take.
I mean, he still has a blink instant disable because he's got a sight device, I guess.
That's a DD Runus area. Gonna get spotted by that sentry.
He was gonna bait it out, but the X marks the spot, kind of spoils. He's like,
Shadows take us.
fast onto CCNC. The multi-shot Sacred Arrow. They can just keep throwing it out. Somebody may get caught unawares. Maybe it's Tim. They get close inside the base. Inside the fight's initiation. Tim's already dead.
Middle backs are under attack.
He does have buyback. Cuckoo teleporting in pretty aggressively. Highlight Die is going to be the initiation, but there's the imprisonment. The Ice Blast used once again to try and kill that Crystal Main. They do have the CCNC locked down. The Andes is going to be able to protect them. There goes the Bramble Roar on that double damage. Yeah, the DD is going to wear out now, and so is the BKB. And he's dead. Oh, so much damage. Eclipse. It almost one-shots the PA. Cleaned up by Yawar, and that's it. She's dead for 2 minutes. A minute and a half on Armel's Queen of Pain. And honestly, I think Armel might just be happy that his suffering is over.
He's like, I am done with this game. Let's reset.
I mean, this was the slowest, most grinding loss we've had so far.
Yes.
And this was NEWBEE the last 20 minutes.
It's very telling when, you know, the fact that they killed Pi at some point, I think they do legitimately because...
Yeah.
I don't even think, like...
The weird part is like...
You should try?
No. That they should have just been able to do it. So that's the whole entire point of like this Kunkka AA plus the dagger. It's just like every single time Armel overcommitting, that was the really egregious